Thanks for joining me here for today. I'm Bill, and this is the Dollar Bill channel. Today I'd like to tell you why I left teaching. The real reason why I left teaching. There's a few main points that I'd like to make here for today, but please stick around to the end. I think it's important that you hear these tips, especially if you're considering becoming a teacher. For me, it was an interesting journey of 30 years of instruction as a teacher in the arts. January 16th of this year, I was 1.9 years away from full benefits, and I decided to walk out and leave the classroom. Not literally. I had been planning since late October so I could cash out my sick days and receive my severance pay. But I'll tell you, there's a few main reasons why I left. Reason number one, challenging children. Wasn't all of them. It was actually just a handful of them. The administration didn't even really know what to do. I think this is more of a cultural problem than just purely an entitlement problem. Some of the children were on IEPs, known as individualized education plans in layman's terms. Some of these plans were very important and very necessary. But unfortunately, in some instances, these plans could be leveraged in such a way that the children could, in essence, act however they wanted to. Some of the children were even allowed to swear at their teachers and have very little consequence. I would have never imagined that we'd be here, as adults, being abused by young children. Go figure. The vast majority of the students were wonderful to work for and to work with. Absolutely great memories looking back on my 30 years of instruction. Many of them helped me grow as a teacher, and I hope I was of great service to many of them as well. But that is reason number one why I left instruction. Reason number two, challenging administration. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I know what it's like to be an administrator, especially these days. I'm sure they have their hands full. But also, many of the teachers, especially the older teachers, feel like they're put upon in such a way that they're feeling almost encouraged to leave early. Especially, again, as a teacher of the arts. Many times we will have duties or things that other teachers do not have to do, which makes sense as a younger teacher because you're the low man on the totem pole. But as you put in your time and as you put in your years in teaching, you're still treated kind of like the third wheel. Gets old after a while. Feels like you're being treated like a child when you're in your mid-50s. Glad to get it off my chest. That's reason number two. Reason number three. As we get older, our health is still good many times, but it's not the same as it used to be. If you're tired of the same routine, if you're tired of feeling put upon, if you're tired of dealing with a handful of students that, again, really have that license to do whatever they want to. These are the challenges that teachers face. Most people, when they look at any profession from the outside, they only see the benefits. And yes, teachers do have a lot of time off, great work-life balance, assuming you're not bringing the job mentally home with you, which many of them do. You know, sometimes I ask myself, would it be better to have a job all year long that you could stomach than one that you brought mentally home with you every night? But as we age, we also start to get a little bit more wisdom, hopefully, under our belt about what we want out of life. Final reason why I left teaching is all the drama. People are often addicted to drama. Drama can be a little bit like a contagious disease. I don't know why we crave drama as people, but often we do. Whenever you have a large group of people together, a large group with a few key students that have a license to not act correctly, it can brew up quite a bit of chaos. And sometimes even the administration can get addicted to it without even fully knowing it and play into the day-to-day antics that go on in the school. Sometimes it can be like a three-ring circus working in a public school, and you're left at the end of the day feeling like a little bit like a tired ringmaster. When you're in retirement, unless you have drama in your head, you will be drama-free. And that's one of the greatest reasons to retire early. So, if you're one of my former co-workers, or if you're seeing me here for the first time, again, of course, if you get value out of my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, share. But I think more importantly than all of that, watch some of my other videos about teaching. A lot of times I'll use a little bit of humor to kind of offset how I feel, to kind of, add a lighter tone to these videos. But if you really stop and slow down and ask yourself what you want out of life, ask yourself, what do I need to do to understand how personal finance works? What will I do today to educate myself? So when you're in your mid-50s, or hopefully sooner, you'll be able to retire. You won't be stuck in a job with drama. You won't be stuck in a job with an egoic administration. You won't be stuck, if you're a teacher, in a job with a handful of abusive children. Doesn't really make sense where we've come as a culture, at least not to me. But I'm not going to kid you. At the end of the day, I really do enjoy my retirement. There's nothing quite like it. You'll be more responsible for yourself than at any other time. And yes, you won't have anybody to blame. But that's not such a bad thing at the end of the day now, really, is it? It's all about self-discovery. And until next time, see ya.